Luke, what do you think happened in Doctor Who last night?
I don't know.
What do you think
Okay.
might have happened that
Okay,
Gary said wouldn't happen in Doctor Who?
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to think
Definitely
now, 'cause
happened around tea time on the BBC.
a lesbian kiss.
Yes.
Technically, it wasn't a lesbian because the other one was an alien.
Okay, but it was a kiss
It's-
between two women.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was quite surprised by that.
Why did you think there wouldn't be one?
Tea time BBC.
So, but it's 2017 now.
Yeah.
If it was Channel 4, I would have said definitely, but it's the BBC. I
But
still don't think it would happen.
It's very progressive now. Everyone's very progressive now.
No, sure, and I'm not saying I disagree with it. I'm not saying I'm coming out against it. I'm not.
I'm not saying
Don't come out, for God's sake.
What I'm saying is, I was still surprised. I would imagine they will get complaints.
I haven't
Points of
heard
brigade.
anything yet. That,
No,
you know,
the points
usually
of-
you hear.
Yeah, the points of view brigade, I'm sure, will complain at some point. So this was a double episode, the conclusion of a double episode based around the Cybermen. These were the original Cybermen, so the cloth masks, the one you saw in the very kind of first couple of series. Basically, Bill got absorbed or taken over by a Cyberman. They were in a time-travelling ship that had been sucked backwards into a black hole, so there was all sort of things to do with time. The front of the ship was running at a different time to the back of the ship. And basically at the end of the first episode it was revealed that John Sims' character, the Master, had time travelled into this place in order to sort of cause chaos. So 2 Masters, 1 Doctor, and chaos ensued. It turns out that the Master killed Missy and Missy injured the Master so that he would regenerate into Missy. Yeah, you heard me correctly. And at the end, the Doctor got blasted by one of the Cybermen and began to look as if he was going to regenerate. And that's when we got the big reveal that he landed on an island full of snow. We assume it might be Hoth from the Star Wars.
Well, I read something that it was meant to be like the North Pole in the 1980s or something like that, because apparently it links into William Hartnell's last episode or something like that.
And that being the thing that, the first Doctor appeared, but of course it's not William Hartnell because he's been dead for 40 years.
It's David Bradley, who played William Hartnell in An Adventure in Time and Space, the story of the creation of Doctor Who.
Which I think is an extremely good nod, and it is an extremely good use of character. I think the only problem that we're going to have is your average Doctor Who fan has no idea about the first Doctor.
But what would you say the average Doctor Who fan is? Because I would say it's nerdy fanboys.
Well, yeah, but I don't believe that the average... Don't forget, a lot of the original Doctor Who's were lost because of BBC
But all
archive.
the nerdy fanboys know who William Hartnell is.
Sure, but I think...
Luke knows who William Hartnell is, and he's not a nerdy.
I'm not a nerdy on many things, but I'm not that.
I still think it'll be an interesting thing, and of course we still have got a regeneration. And I suppose as we ought to cover the fact that, Bill was rescued by the girl from the pool in the very first episode. Was following her around.
So Bill's sort of, and they're both sort of entities now, but they're not real, and they're in a different spaceship.
Yeah,
so she could come back.
And Nardole, it was kind of
Matt
left behind
Lucas
as well. He was left behind on the Cybermen
What have you
spaceship.
thought of Matt Lucas? Because you've been going on about wanting like a male companion in the TARDIS, and we sort of have one this series. Have you enjoyed it or no?
He was just a little bit annoying at times, and of course he wasn't in every episode. Certain episodes he got left behind. So I don't know, and the whole idea that the Doctor was supposed to be protecting or locking up Missy, and then let her out. It was all very.
I like that line in the penultimate episode where he described Bill and Matt Lucas as exposition and comic relief.
Yeah, I like the series as a whole. I think there were definitely highs and lows. I think there was 10 episodes or so. There were some episodes that needed that were better than others, and there wasn't that consistency that perhaps there was in other years. I do think Peter Capaldi is a good Doctor. There were a couple of times in this final 2 episodes where I felt like he was hamming it up a bit.
Is he going to be fondly remembered, do you think?
I think so, yes. I mean, time will tell, I suppose. The thing is, I don't know if anyone would say he was in their top 3. I don't know. No.
It'd be interesting to see what he does afterwards, because he already had a sort of a stable career.
Well, that's right, yeah. Would he get typecast? Yeah, that's a good point.